Hello everybody, I'm Kelly from Bespoke Creative Design. Not the best of starts to the new year. I know with lockdown number 3 in place, so I thought I'd start the crafting videos up again for anybody that wanted to pass a few hours getting arty and crafty really. This block of videos I will try to make for children and adults. I've taken on some requests as well, which I hope to cover. So if you've got anything you'd like me to have a go at, please let me know. Today's request actually comes from my gorgeous nephews, Joe and Hen. Quick shout out there. There's a game out at the moment called Among Us. I won't pretend to know anything about it. It's a computer game, I do believe, with little tiny characters with like these screens for faces. And Joe and Hen are quite obsessed with it, and they'd like to make some cheap versions of the characters. I have to say this bit now. Those characters are owned by the designers of Among Us. I'm an artist and I wouldn't like anybody to infringe my copyright, that's for sure. So these aren't for resale, as you'll see. They're made out of toilet tubes. They are just for personal use at home, for a bit of fun, for any children that are into Among Us to have a go at and to play with at home. So I hope that's covered me legally. All you'll need for this arts and craft is a toilet tube. You know I love my toilet tubes. And 2 matchboxes, small ones like these ones. Again, I'll say if you've got any children out there, make sure adults please you remove all the matches from inside the box, because A, they're not needed, and B, they won't be safe. And if you wanted to tape out the match strike, you can do that. It's not necessary. I've never had one of these craft things ignite when I've used a matchbox in a craft, but I've put the warning there anyway, so beware of that strike. We will be turning the box inside out anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. And the other warning is it needs a glue gun. You can use PVA, but it takes longer to dry. So children or any young ones that are having a go at this, it's a very, very simple activity. You just need an adult to help you with 3 little bits of gluing with a glue gun. If you haven't got a glue gun, they are really cheap to buy at the moment. Pound Shop are even selling them for £2, so you can get hold of one easily. If not, like I say, use a quick drying adhesive or a PVA and a peg to hold it until it dries firm. Anyway, I'll stop talking now. I've given all my warnings, and I'll show you how to make these little Among Us characters. Like I say, they're only simple versions made from a toilet roll, as you can see, and 2 matchboxes. Very, very simple. You can paint them all the different colours. Apparently they come in lots of different bright colours. So I've done a red, a green and a yellow one. And they all stand, which if I tip the screen down, which I'll be doing a bit during this video. There you go. You can see they can stand and they can play. And I also believe they wear funny little hats, which I will show you how to make as well at the end of the video. It shouldn't really take too long, but I do Twitter, so we'll see how we go. Right, let me move these out of the way and I'll show you where to start. So, you take your basic toilet roll. Again, if you want to sanitise them, go on to Google. There's a way of putting them in the microwave or something if you want to. And what you need to start off by doing is squashing your toilet roll flat. Now, depending on where you squash it, see these diagonal glue folds? Sometimes you'll get a little towel where the glue comes unstuck. Just chop off any little bits, any little pointy towels that you don't need. So you've got a nice flat tube like that. Then, across the bottom of the tube, you find your centre, and you can either measure this with a ruler or you can do it by eye. It doesn't really matter. And you draw up 2 centimetres up and 1.5 centimetres each side to make that T. You can see that big bold T I've put in there. And the other cuts you want to make are to round the top corners off at the left and the right there. If you're not very good at getting those equal, you can use a coin and push it up to the corners and draw around the coin there to get a rounded corner on each side. Okay, that's 2 centimetres up, 1.5 across each side to make a T, and then round off the corners. And you cut through it, so you're cutting through the whole thing, through both sides of the card. And you'll end up with something like this. Okay, so nothing's been glued. It's still a flat tube. We've got our T cut there at the bottom, as you can see, and our corners are cut off. So I'm going to pull out the glue gun now. So Kids or little fingers that are making these at home, this is where you need to get an adult to help, please, so we don't get any burns. I'm going to grab my glue gun. Now the easiest thing to glue, if you've got adults at home going, I can't do anything arty and crafty, there's nothing to this. It's literally 3 blobs of glue that you need to put on. So we're going to glue the arch, that arch shape at the top, just by running some glue on the inside there. Like so. And if you haven't got a glue gun, and like I say, if you're using PVA, I'm just pinching that shut. If you're using PVA, I would advise putting a peg over the top of that and letting that dry before going too much further. I did try doing this with PVA. I tried doing it also with sticky, double-sided sticky tape, especially on the legs here, but I just found the glue gun did the job best, really. So when it comes to the legs, where we've cut this T, I've turned it upside down now, what you need to do is turn, how can I show you this? Turn the legs into a cylinder. Can you see that? Just tuck one into the other. So all I'm going to do, I'll take a marker pen and I'm going to do a zigzag so you can see where I'm going to put the glue on the leg. A zigzag here. It's probably blatantly obvious and I'm teaching you to suck eggs really, but I'll show you anyway. I'm going to put some glue along there, and then that zigzag with the glue on, I'll tuck underneath like so. I'll tuck it underneath there. Can you see the zigzag? Tuck it under to make that first leg. So, adult supervision again, up there. It's so quick. These are really quick to make. They're really good fun as well. Okay, so there's one leg stuck. At the moment it's not very cylinder-like, but you can fiddle around, moulding the card to make it a rounder shape, a rounder leg. Let me just do the other side. So I'm going to do the same again. Glue down that inside leg and tuck it round. Hold it for literally 10 seconds. I'll move my glue gun out of the way a sec. Like so. And then again you can round off by squeezing the card to make them more circular. Like that. And that's the basis of your character. He stands on the table. You can see that. There you go. So going back to the character, I'll show you. They have these sort of rectangular backpacks on, and it's all the same colour. There's no detail on the backpack at all. It's just like a block on their back. And the easiest thing I found to use for this was a matchbox. Now I've done all my warnings about the matchbox and the strike and the matches and all of that, so I won't go over that again. If you haven't got a matchbox at home, because you will need two, and they're only 29p this box, by the way, from the newsagents, you could use an OXO cube box, or you could even make a small rectangular box. You can find nets for rectangles on Google, if that's any help. Anyway, if you manage to get hold of 2 of these boxes, now you could, if you wanted to, just put the glue on here and stick it directly onto your character. But when it comes to painting, you're going to have to paint over it a few times because you've got this print already on the box. So what I suggest is slide out the little drawer where the matches would sit and then cut straight up the middle, like so. And then see what I was saying about turning the strike side on the inside of the box? I'm turning it inside out, like that. And then very simply, I'm going to place it so the back of the drawer, the light in here is terrible. If you can see that, okay? No, let me get it at an angle, that's better. So the back of the box is where the split box is going to sit, because we're going to put glue on here. If you did it the other way round, obviously there's nothing for this to glue onto. You have to have the back of the box, the back of the drawer, facing ready with the glue on for the split side of the box to be stuck to. Okay, so I'm going to grab my glue gun again and I'm going to put glue gun all over the back of the inside of that drawer. Okay, let me do that quickly. Like that. There's my glue on there. I'm just going to shut the doors and put the box back together, but inside out, and voila, all the print has gone. So when it comes to painting, life becomes a lot easier because you haven't got to block out all the printed box. What I will say is the paint goes on beautifully on this grey box. You might find you need a couple of coats when it comes to the top of the drawer there, the white part, because it's glossy. It's like the printed side of the box. So maybe that might need a couple of coats when you come to paint the backpack. So first, straight away, we're going to stick our backpack straight on to our character, like so. And from what I could glean from the pictures, it's about a centimetre down from the top, roughly. It's quite near the top of his head where the backpack starts, but that's just being fussy. So I'm going to put the glue actually on my split side because I don't want that to show when I come to paint. So I'm going to cover that up. That's the side. The split side is the side I'm going to stick to my character's back. So I quickly put my glue gun on there, like so. And we're going to pop it on his back, about a centimetre from the top and in the middle. And you can squeeze up inside the tube to push that backpack down. Now really take that glue to the edges of the backpack, otherwise you might get some gapping, which you don't really want. Okay, so that's his backpack on. Now if you stand him up at the moment, he'll topple over because you've got that matchbox on the front and he's back heavy, as you can see. So we need to equal him up a little bit by adding the same weight. If I show you again the character, it's this like little screen, like a little television screen box, which again we're going to make from another matchbox. So I think this whole project, the toilet roll was free and the 2 matchboxes were 29p each. So was that 58 pence? I don't know, my math isn't good, but not very much. So making the face, you take another matchbox, let me put it back together for you, and do exactly as you did for the backpack and cut up the middle and open it up. Now we're going to take it into 2 separate parts, as you can see. So the printed part with the strike on, you want to measure down and find the middle, or you can do it by eye if you want to, you don't have to be deadly accurate. So you're going to cut that in half, which I'm going to do now, like so. You only need one of these, okay, the other one you can throw away when you know everything's gone according to plan. So I'll move that one out of the way. Now go into the drawer that was on the inside of that box. Again, you're going to have to find the halfway point, measure it down, or again go by eye. So I've drawn that line all the way around the white side of the box. And you're going to cut that in half. And you need both parts, both halves to make this part now. That's terrible grammar. You need both halves of the box to make the video face. So there they are there. What you need to do is you're going to stick one inside the other so that you get a small, like mini tray, like a half tray compared to the one that was a full one. Yeah, that was a full one like that. We cut it in half and joined it back together again to make a half size version. And again, I'm going to put some glue in here, stick the 2 halves together. Very, very quick. One half inside the other, like so. And then you've probably guessed what we're going to do. You know, we cut the box into the jacket of the matchbox. We're going to wrap that again around the half size box that we made, like so, and glue that down. Let me do that quickly. Remember to put the glue on the side where the flaps are going to fold in. So, squeeze. Oh, I need to push my glue stick in. There we are. Put my box inside. Fold the flaps over the top, and just hold it for a few seconds while it sticks. Like so. Got a wonky box. There we are. So again, the side that's got the join in, this is the side we're going to put more glue on to stick that front face here onto our character, like so. And again, when I looked at this this character, can you see the backpack and the face kind of line up at the top there of where they're positioned? But you can play with that. Okay, so let me put my glue on the back, and I go right near the edges with this because obviously we don't want any gapping. It's on our little face we've just made. And stick that on our character in the middle. Right, so I mean, how easy is that? Check that he stands up. And he should do now because he's got equal weight either side. Yeah. He stands, he stands. So now it's up to you. You can go on Google or anything like that shows you the image, or Among Us if you have it, and pick the colour character that you want to paint your little cardboard tube character with. I used acrylic paint because I prefer how it dries. If you've only got poster paint at home, that's fine. If you've got poster paint and PVA, even better. Mix the two together and you can paint your character whichever colour you want. So if I show you them again, the main colour goes over the entire character, everywhere in fact, but I call it like this TV face. And the TV face is grey around the edge, and it has got these offset rectangles. One was I used a cerulean blue mixed with a white, so like a turquoisey blue and a white square. But if you've only got blue at home, just use blue. That's absolutely fine. Blue and white and grey. So the grey goes all the way around the edge of the box. Then the inside one is that blue or that light blue, and then the white square that sits on top. So you can get yourself a whole army of Among Us characters going. There they are. And as I was showing my nephews these characters, saying, do you think they'll do something that's really cheap and easy to make at home? They said, yeah, but where are their hats? To which I went, hats? What? Apparently these characters wear peculiar things on their heads, everything from chef's hats to banana skins, crowns. What else have I seen? Another little Among Us character sitting on another one's head, all sorts, and you can have really good fun with this. So then I tried to think of an easy way that you could attach a hat to these little characters that we've made. And do you know what? The easiest thing in the world to do is to use a paper clip. So this is the banana one. So one of them wears a banana on their head, as you do. Why wouldn't you? And I've stuck on a paper clip at the back there. You can see I've just bent out the inside part. I think he might go on the green character. I don't know if they relate to certain colours, I'm not sure. But they just clip on like that over the top, so you can mix and match them. So he can wear his banana skins, like so. And it's just a cut out of a piece of cardboard, that's all, nothing more. We've got, one of them wears a crown, I think that's the yellow one. And again, there's a little paper clip on the back. Just drawn a very, very, very simple crown. Copied the shading on the picture, and that just slips on the top. Right, so again, you can mix the hats around the characters. I kept one out just to show you. I'm sure you know how to make them. This was a chef's hat. If I tip the screen down, there's the chef's hat there, which I already did very quickly. I've just copied their design. It's not my design at all. And just to show you what I do with that paper clip, there's your paper clip. You're just going to bend up the middle part, like so. So that makes like a hook that will sit over the top of your character's head. And then what you want to do is stick sellotape over there onto the chef's hat. So let's just do that. You slide that sellotape in between the two halves of the paper clip. You can see that. And I know it's all hanging over the edge, but I'm going to give it a haircut. Don't worry, I'm going to trim off that extra sellotape. Let's do that quickly. You can take your time with this. The hats are probably the best part of it to make, actually. You can make your character an entire wardrobe. Even design some hats of your own. There we go. There's our chef's hat. I think the chef's hat fits on the red character. Oh, I've bent it too much. If you bend your paper clip open too much, just push it back in. There we go. That's better. Oh, it's wonky. Oh, that jaunty angle. So there's his hat. There's the crown. And there's a banana skin. There you go. So yeah, they are really, really simple things to make. I have got a plushie version of these in mind, which I will probably make a video of. But I just thought for the time being that all of my craft activities that I put on here during the lockdown sessions are trying to use materials you'd find around the home, because we don't want you to go out. You don't want to spend a lot of money either, really. And there's loads of stuff we can use around the home to have to kill a few hours to make some really good models. So I hope you like that one, Joan Hen. I hope you like that one. Any Among Us fans, please hit the share button if you think anybody might enjoy it. If that wasn't your cup of tea, I've got other more general crafts ideas coming up in the coming months. But as I say, this was a request, so I wanted to get it out there. I hope that's okay. Please, please, please stay safe, stay well, keep indoors, and I'll catch you next week. See you later, guys. Bye.